Hi there, my name is Jason Jackson. I am from San Clemente, California. I spent half my time on the beautiful north shore of Oahu. I am one of the partners here at Midfin, been acting as a brand architect of sorts with this wonderful, wonderful fin company. The F word, fun. I think riding mid-lengths, riding single fins, twin fins, alternative shapes, it kind of brings you back to that fun that you had when you first started surfing, right? It's been super fun experimenting not only with different shapes, but just how a different size fin or something a little bit different in your quiver really spices things up and gives you kind of a new outlook on your surfing. Alternative boards all day long. There's something neat about riding an alternative board that you're not taking yourself as serious in a session, and it seems like you have a lot more fun. And then if you do perform, you're like, shoot, that felt amazing. I just did a proper turn or got a proper barrel riding a 7.6 mid-length, right? And again, it gets you a little bit closer to the source of like the actual wave and the art of wave riding versus like just thinking about doing a turn or just thinking about your performance. Walking out of the water going, man, I had a lot of fun today. Like, the conditions were X, or gosh, like it was such a dreamy session today. It was glassy and I went fast on a board versus like, oh, I did an air reverse today. I think alternative boards allude yourself to having a lot more fun in the lineup. Oh man, I think my favorite board I have right now is this thing that Mike Estrada shaped me. It's actually called the Thing because we couldn't figure out what to call it because it's so funky and weird. It's a 7.0. It's kind of an outline of one of his fish models, but we fattened it up. It's got a really fat round nose pin to it, and I've been riding it as both a single fin and a twin fin. And the nice thing is it works in just about anything. I've used it in groveler conditions and I really liked it, and I've surfed perfect 3 feet overhead lowers with it and absolutely loved it. So I've been having fun experimenting on that. My last but least, probably most ridden boards is my 11.1 glider. I've been riding the our 9.0 classic template in it, and it's a board that Crime makes. It's pulled in, super long. It's like a small fishing boat, but it is the funnest board and it catches a ton of waves, so I like it. Style all day. When I was a kid, I grew up skateboarding, so you know, tricks had a lot to do with anything, but in skateboarding, style is everything, right? 3,000 people can do a frontside flip. No one can do a frontside flip like Andrew Reynolds, and that was because of his unique style. And then I started seeing how that would transition into surfing. Guys like Bruce Irons or Shane Dorian, the way they would hold their hands to me was so huge. I could care less what the rest of their body was doing, but the way their hands were kind of transitioned the rest of the style. All the way to a groovy guy like Michael February or Joel Tudor, the way their knees move. Style is everything in surfing, and you can absolutely suck at surfing, but look good doing it, and that's kind of everything. So style all day long. I think riding an alt board, a longboard, just anything like that in that nature corrects your style. It smooths things out. You can be like Metallica on paper and then ride an alt board or a longboard or a single fin or something, and then all of a sudden your surfing's like Sade, and it just smooths it out, and it allows you to change your tempo a lot, and that's really cool, and allows you to rely on the wave a lot more than generating your own speed or kind of forcing through things, and it smooths things out. Even if you want to go back to riding a thruster or whatever, try riding an alternative board for a little bit, or bring it on your next surf trip so you can kind of transfer, and it smooths out everything. That's a great question, and I think we're kind of looking at it right now. Like spending time with your friends or family, getting in the water. The water is so therapeutic and so cool. Like you can't have a bad day if you're in the water. A warm day like this, maybe having a cold beer or 3, maybe some good food. But yeah, I guess just like keeping it simple, having fun, enjoying time with your friends and family, and getting wet is a pretty damn good day in my opinion. I think one unique feature about trying different fins or trying alternative boards, or if you're used to surfing 6-foot thruster only and you kind of switch off to trying single fins or trying twin fins or alternative boards, is really just drawing new lines and like really trying to almost pull that emotion and feeling that you had when you first started to surf. And you just got excited about anything. You saw a dolphin for the first time. You got your first little head dip. You hit the reef really hard for the first time. trying alternative things and switching things up brings that feeling back. So I definitely encourage anybody that hasn't switched up their quiver in a while, or hasn't tried a new fin in a while, or hasn't done something different in surfing, to do that. Because after all, we all started surfing because it's fun, right? You can't take it too serious. We're all grown men and grown women riding foam toys on wind-driven creations of water, right? Like, I mean, it's not rocket science. So have fun, try different things, get funky. Don't be afraid to try something new and fail, or to kind of be a Barney or a kook for a little bit and try new things. Like, it's just fun. So I think that's my words of wisdom with these kind of things, is try new stuff.
So she drinks lemonade, I drink lit. So chop up ball and say your sister. Chop up ball and say your sister. I can get caught lucky, which is not in my system. She drinks